Hey everyone, and welcome. We're diving into something huge today, a major move from the UAE that's basically connecting traditional money to the lightning speed of the internet. We're going to look at how they're building the future of finance, and they're doing it right now.
So, let's just start with this thought. What if your money wasn't stuck waiting for banks to open or for transfers to clear? I mean, what if an entire country's currency, like the UAE Dirham, could be sent anywhere in the world, anytime, 24/7, just as easily as you'd send a quick email? Just think about the possibilities that would open up.
Well, guess what? That's not a what if anymore. The UAE is actually making it happen. The central bank just gave the green light for Zand Bank to launch something called Zand AED. This is the country's very first regulated stablecoin, and it's backed by the dirham. Honestly, this is a massive step forward for their entire digital economy.
Okay, so what is this digital dirham? And how is it any different from, the money that's already in your bank account, which is also digital? Let's get into it and break it all down.
So first things first, we got to understand this term stablecoin. It's not like other cryptocurrencies that jump up and down in value. Nope. A stablecoin is built for, well, stability. The easiest way to think about it is like this. One Zand AED is basically a digital token that you can always trade in for one physical UAE Dirham. Its value is pegged, it's locked in 1-to-1.
And when you see them side by side like this, the difference becomes crystal clear. The traditional dirham, right? It's either physical cash or entries in a bank's private ledger. Its speed is tied to business hours. But Zand AED, it lives on the blockchain. And because of that, it's instant, it's borderless, and it's always on, 24/7. It's like they've put the dirham on these new global digital rails.
So, it's fast, it's digital, we get that. But, with any form of money, the single most important thing is trust. How do we know this digital version is legit? How can we be sure it's secure? Let's take a look at how that trust is actually built into the system.
That trust really comes down to three unshakable pillars. First, and this is the big one, it is fully licensed and regulated by the Central Bank of the UAE. Second, for every single digital dirham that exists, there is one real, physical dirham sitting safely in a regulated bank account. And third, all of this is completely transparent. The reserves are constantly being verified in real time by independent auditors using smart contracts, which are just programs that automatically enforce the rules. No funny business.
And the security doesn't even stop there. Zand Bank itself has a strong BB+ rating from Fitch, which is a big seal of approval. The stablecoin is also being built to work on different public blockchains, so it's easy for developers to plug it into new apps and services. The main point here is that this isn't some risky startup experiment. This is a serious, regulated financial tool built by a real, established bank.
So we've covered the what and the how. But now for the really interesting part, the why. Why is the UAE going through all this trouble? Well, it turns out this is all about building a bridge to a whole new financial universe.
You can really see their thinking in this quote from Zand's chairman, Mohammed El-Abar. He talks about carrying the national currency into the digital future. That's the key. This is a strategic play to make sure the dirham stays strong and relevant in a world that's becoming more and more digital. It's about cementing the UAE's reputation as a hub for financial innovation.
And then Zand's CEO, Michael Chan, he builds on that, calling it a bridge. And I think that's the perfect word. It's a regulated, safe bridge that lets money and value flow smoothly from the traditional banking system we all know over to the new emerging world of decentralized finance, or DeFi, which is all about building financial tools on open networks.
And that really brings us to the big picture here. Because this isn't just about launching one cool digital currency. This is about laying down the foundational tracks for the entire future of finance in the UAE.
And the size of this opportunity, it's just mind-boggling. Some analysts are predicting that the global market for stablecoins could eventually reach $3 trillion. That's trillion with a T. By creating a trusted, regulated dirham stablecoin now, the UAE is getting it on the ground floor, positioning itself to grab a real piece of that enormous future market.
So what does a foundation like this actually make possible? Well, we're talking about things like super-fast next-gen payment systems. The ability to turn real-world things, like a piece of property, into a digital token that can be traded easily. We're talking about instant international payments without all the usual days-long delays. It basically creates a secure playground for fintech companies and developers to invent the financial world of tomorrow.
So if you take away just one thing, let it be this. By launching the first regulated, bank-issued stablecoin for the dirham, the UAE is making a powerful statement. It's planting a flag and declaring itself as a serious, forward-thinking, and trustworthy leader in the future of digital finance.
This move really sets a new standard, right? It combines the wild innovation of blockchain technology with the safety and security of central bank oversight. It gets you thinking, as this race to digitize money heats up all over the world, who's going to be the next country to follow this blueprint? The UAE has built its bridge. Now the question is, who's next?